Namaste, everybody. We will start our session.
Yeah, okay.
Namaste, everybody. Welcome to self-transformation session today on Saturday. As you know that every Saturday from 6 to 7 UK time, we deliver these sessions of self-transformation. Even the idea is about self-realization. But when we transform ourselves to get ready for self-realization, we need to think about psychological, physical, and spiritual, all three aspects of our life. In this session, we start with the well-beingness tip about physical and psychological health. And then we see the scientific benefits of meditation. After that, we practice meditation, that is to focus on a singular point for about 10 minutes. And at the end, we share the wisdom. So let us start from the well-being tip. Today's topic is about the plant-based diet in a nutshell. This is our disclaimer. The research about this session of well-beingness is based on many scientific and clinical trials carried out by the scientists and medical professionals.
Sparky.
If you could please mute yourself. What is food? Is it your friend or your foe? The invisible key about food is our microorganism, such as bacteria. Food is exclusively the only source to get nutrition, and our digestive system is exclusively responsible to make nutrients available to organs. The gut or the intestine is the most important organ to process food. It is the main location of the microbiota or the microorganisms such as bacteria. This microbiota is the key to unlock our health. What do scientists and doctors say? Imbalance of gut microbiota is the cause of allergies, anxiety, autism, cancers, liver diseases, obesity, stroke, and so many more illnesses. There are two types of diet. One is highly processed foods, factory processed, robbed of nutrients, fiber, minerals, and antioxidants, less fresh produces, and more added sugar, salt, and refined oils. Whereas the natural foods have whole grains, vegetables, fruits, legumes, nuts, seeds, and spices in them. Sometimes we wonder that when we buy some kind of, because there is now a cult of veganism that is without meat and dairy. But even the vegan foods, if they are processed, then they are also harmful. So foods should be natural without any kind of processing or minimum processing. Now, real effects of not real processed foods, and this was published in British Medical Journal in 2019. Now, in the Sorbonne University, Paris, researchers followed 105,000 adults. Average age was 43, and from 2009 to 18, so it's 9 years long study, and they chose about 3,300 food items. Now, every 10% increase in processed food, cardiovascular diseases increased by 12%, coronary heart disease increased by 13%, stroke increased by 11%, and in another study of University of Navarra in Spain, and they follow about 19,000 adults, average age 38, for 15 years for 136 food items. Those who had more than 4 servings per day were 62% more likely to die from any cause compared to those who ate 2 servings per day. And this is about processed food. The risk of premature death increased by 18% per additional serving. Now let us ruminate for a moment. Plant-based diet can prevent and reverse all these conditions: allergies, blood pressures, cancers, diabetes, eye diseases, heart disease, infertility, kidney damage, lungs disease, memory loss, obesity, skin conditions, and many more. Before, scientists used to say that you can prevent this kind of illnesses through plant-based diet. But now they are saying that you can also reverse the so many conditions because of plant-based diet. And I have had this experience myself. I was given the tablets for cholesterol, saying that there would be 10% chances in next 9 years of artery block. But when I just received a blood report today, the annual health check, and the cholesterol level were exactly on the healthier side. And I never took any tablets for reducing the cholesterol. So these things happen, but we have to stick to the idea of having plant-based diet. A plant-based diet increases bacteria which are antipathogenic and anti-inflammatory. It increases operational taxonomic units, OTUs, that fight against chronic inflammation and chronic degenerative diseases. And another good bacteria, Ruminococcus, lowers endotoxemia, which causes persistent inflammation, that is the chronic inflammation. 33% of Western population suffer from endotoxemia that can lead to septic, fever, low blood pressure, shock, and even death. A plant-based diet reduces arterial stiffness and saves you from heart attack. Prevetola improves glucose metabolism. There's another healthy bacteria. In a nutshell, what are the health benefits of a plant-based diet? It promotes good health and reduces medication requirements. It lowers BMI and body fat, prevents and reverses coronary heart disease, prevents chronic inflammation, prevents and reverses type 2 diabetes, increases longevity. It improves symptoms and reverses chronic illnesses. It boosts immunity. 60% of our immunity is in our gut. It keeps the brain healthy. It prevents many types of cancers. Dr. Caldwell, he said, some people think the plant-based whole food diet is extreme. Every year, 500,000 people will have their chest opened up and a vein taken from their leg and sewn into their coronary artery. Some people would call that extreme. Now that we know about the benefits of plant-based diet, what we should do? What intake should we stop, minimize, or maximize? Stop refined oils. We have 4 sessions about this. Stop processed food. minimize dairy, minimize salt. We do need salt, but it should be in proportion. Stop or minimize sugar. Stop or minimize meat. And stop or minimize alcohol. Now, what shall we maximize? Vegetables, fruits, whole grain, pulses, and nuts. In a balanced way, we should maximize everything. Anything in excess disturbs the equilibrium of our health. Nature gave us plants, and we have built plants. If it is from a plant, eat it. If it is made in a plant and not wholesome, skip it. In a nutshell, we must stop refined oils, processed food, minimize dairy, minimize salt, stop or minimize sugar, meat, and alcohol, and maximize vegetables, fruits, whole grains, pulses, and nuts. Hippocrates said, let food be thy medicine, and Ayurveda says, food is medicine. So this was today's health topic. Dinesh Pai is enjoying his holidays, so today I am the only one to deliver all three sessions or all three sections of this session. Meditation is a matter of 10 minutes a day. Practicing meditation results in non-judging awareness. This is our disclaimer as before. Now, first of all, let us break our current breathing pattern. As we know that when we break our breathing pattern, there are 175 spying neurons in our brainstem in pre-borsig. They inform our brain's control center that something has been changed. And that's why when we are facing any kind of different situation, to break the flow, what shall we do? Just take a few deep breaths slowly. Because of that, brain becomes alert and then is ready to react or respond according to the situation. What happens in meditation? Many people ask, why shall we meditate? Today, we will see that what happens in meditation. First of all these motivational factors, they actually lead us to the mind training, that is mindfulness practice or meditation. And because of the mindfulness practice, we become emotionally flexible. We do not panic. We do not go in depression. or we do not become hyperactive. Second thing, because of the meditation, we also get cognitive flexibility. Our brain remains unbiased, alert. Sometimes we always have so many things which are premeditated. But because of meditation, our brain only sees the situation which is happening. And that is because of the attention. And also vice versa. And when we have attention, we become non-judgmental. We are in the state of non-judging awareness. Our mental stance will be in non-judging awareness. That means that we will respond or react to the situation accordingly. And that causes us to go into physical well-being and mental well-being. Our behavior changes and we act with awareness, we act with flexibility, emotional flexibility and cognitive flexibility, and we act autonomously. Now, this research was done in 2013 and 6, and it is called Liverpool Mindfulness Model. It shows us what happens when we practice mindfulness or when we practice meditation. We enter into non-judging awareness. Mindfulness or meditation means focusing on a singular point, and that results in non-judging awareness. It means to be in the present, in here and in now, and focusing on a singular point. Meditation results in non-judging awareness, and we have seen all these scientific benefits in our previous sessions, that it positively affects brain's networks, enhances positivity during pregnancy, increases quality sleep, it creates alternate circulation pathways and new blood vessels, it achieves 4-step breathing to live longer and healthier, it teaches to respond and not to react, also controls the release of hormones. Meditation is not a religious practice as we know, it is all about seizing the moment. It's all about you. It's all about you to be in here and in now. No past impressions and no future anxieties, just the present, because we live only in the present. The past has gone, and the future only arrives as the present. We have 1,440 minutes in a day, and a study in New York scientifically proved that if we spare only 10 minutes a day, it biologically increases gray matter in our brain. We only have to spare 10 minutes a day to tune with ourselves, and that can be done anywhere and anytime. Now let us practice meditation for about 10 minutes. We will play some kind of music, and you can concentrate on your breathing at your nostrils. You can concentrate your mind at any point, on anything. But concentrating on our nostrils will be easier because we all breathe in and we all breathe out. While your eyes are closed, do not roll your eyeballs towards nostrils, otherwise it will give you a headache. Keep observing your breath going in and coming out at nostrils. If your mind wanders somewhere, bring it back to your nostrils to observe your breaths. Actually, in the Skanda Puran, Bhagwan Shiva described 112 techniques of meditation to Parvati ji, his consort. And this is the very first technique. Gautam Buddha practiced this very first technique, and as we know that, he realized himself. Do not try to breathe deep, just breathe naturally. Your breathing will automatically slow down, and keep observing your breaths. Slowly come out. Place your palms on your eyes. Feel the calmness in your brain and your body. If you are feeling the emptiness in your body, go with it. Today, we will read from Sakshi Gita. There is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with the world. You are what you are. The world is what it is. All concepts and beliefs are in your mind, in your perception of yourself. Negative perception about yourself drains your energy away. Positive perception about yourself retains your energy. There is also another way to perceive yourself and the world around. The way of witnessing the existence. That is not to have any negative or positive perception about you and the existence around you. Because you are the absolute. And so is all this. Never criticize yourself. Never judge yourself. Never consider yourself a sinner. Never repent. You do not have to look up to anyone, nor you must look down on yourself. You are consciousness. You are beyond consciousness. You are pure. You are the absolute. You are the fabric of the universe. The universe appears and lives within you. Do not be intolerant to you. This was from Sakshi Gita in Sanskrit. And the bottom line is very simple. That you are the absolute. You are the fabric of the universe. Since we are conceived and since we are born, there would be many instances when people would have told us, or parents would have told us, or if you are a religious person, then your gurus would have told you that you are a sinner. We are committing sins every day, every moment. So we should be repenting. We should be washing away our sins. The idea that one is a sinner, it is so instilled in our psyche that we then start criticizing ourselves. We start judging ourselves. And then we start comparing ourselves. But if you look from the perspective of physics, all this is nothing but electron or the energy. In spiritual terms, all this is nothing but the consciousness. There is no other. That absolute appears in many forms, as a tree, as an insect, as a bird, as you and as me. The entire universe appears and lives within us. When we actually think that we are separate from the existence, we are separate from the consciousness, we are separate from someone else or something else. But everything is so connected. It's a very complex network connection. At the end of the day, we all are one. That is why this particular verse started with the wisdom of there is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with me. And there is nothing wrong with the world. If you actually look into scriptures or any books, historical books, 1,000 years back or even 5,000 years back. For example, if you look into Gita or Bhagavatam, there would be a fight between good and evil. 2,500 years ago, Buddha said that the world is now in corruption. And today, we can see the fighting, the war. Everything was same then and now. It is the world that what it is. Likewise, you are what you are. We do not need to transform or change ourselves. We need to flow with the nature. End of the day, as Sri Krishna says that Prakritim yanti bhutani, all living organisms follow their nature. And if we convert our activities and that nature into meditation by staying in the present, in the moment, here and now, our mind will stop. And when mind stops, there is no space and there is no time. And then we realize ourselves. This was from Shakshi Gita. Please unmute yourself to share wisdom. You can also share your experience of meditation or about anything you feel important in your life. Thank you. Someone has asked through WhatsApp, why do we not feel any kind of changes in ourselves, even though we are, say, meditating for quite a long? Because we are expecting some kind of changes. Mind only stops when we do not expect anything from anything. People go into meditation and say we want to find out what we are or who we are. We want to attain liberation or mukti or moksha, salvation. And this is the desire. When there is desire, there would be diversion. The idea of meditation is about conversion, not the diversion. We have to, or we need to convert all our activities into meditation. We do not need to change our activities. Whatever you are and whatever I am, let it be so. But to stay in the present, in now and in here, to convert all our activities into meditation, we need to stay in the present. We need to focus on a singular point, and that is whatever we are doing. Some people have misconception that we can multitask. We cannot multitask. Our conscious brain is not wired to multitask. Our subconscious brain that does so many activities without informing us. For example, every single day, there are 300 million cells are born, and every single day, 300 million cells will die. We don't know about that. But our subconscious brain handles all those things simultaneously because it is full of consciousness. Whereas the conscious brain is very limited. His capacity is very limited compared to our subconscious brain. So we can only do one thing at a time. And when we do whatever we are doing, that is called the singular point to focus upon. And when we are focusing on any singular point, in any activity, in any thought, and when mind goes for another thought, another desire, then we will not feel peace. And that is why, even though we are meditating for quite a long, say 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 2 years, 4 years, 10 years, it will help physically sometimes if we are engrossed in our meditation. But while sitting there and not focusing on the singular point, we will always feel unsatisfied, or we feel that we haven't achieved anything, but there is nothing to achieve. It's only to experience that silence. Silence is the key. And when we are in that silence zone, then we can realize ourselves. Thank you very much for attending this session. We shall meet next week, next Saturday, 6 p.m. UK time. Until then, namaste to everybody. Thank you.